Hey guys, I'm Jordan.
And I'm Jared.
And we are JJ Cruise. And we are so excited to take you around Adventure of the Seas. Let's go check it out. We are starting our tour off today at the very top of the ship on deck 15 at the Skylight Chapel. Up the stairs to your left, you have a ladies' bathroom, which is also the bridal waiting area. And then through the door is the beautiful Skylight Chapel. Now this is an area where, of course, weddings, religious services, as well as meetings like Friends of Bill W. happen. Right below the Skylight Chapel is deck 14. Now deck 14 houses a few different, very popular areas, such as the Suite Lounge, which is a lounge reserved exclusively for suite guests. Of course, you do have your first set of elevators that lead into the crowd favorite, Blue Moon. Blue Moon is a bar and lounge where evening activities, dancing, and additional activities throughout the week happen. This is a really nice, large lounge, and of course, is the best place on the ship to get a view of the pool deck and look out to port to see your favorite island. So we continue to walk here through the Blue Moon. Around the other side, you do have bathrooms. So there is a men's bathroom right there. There's a handicap accessible ramp that goes back to the bank of elevators that we were back at, but let's go to the other side here of deck 14. Just past the men's bathroom is, of course, a women's bathroom. And then on the other side, opposite of the Suite Lounge, you do have the Diamond Club. Enjoy your time in the Diamond Club.
Thank you. You will.
And that is deck 14. Right below the Blue Moon Lounge is another really popular place on the ship, the sports deck, along with the Perfect Storm and the Flow Rider. Let's head outside. Now, of course, there's a lot of different activities here for families to enjoy. But check out this basketball court. Of course, the Royal Caribbean symbol in the middle. There's the Perfect Storm water slides overlooking the basketball court. And of course, you do have the dunes over there, which is your mini golf. Let's take a walk through. You have a drinking fountain here right outside the basketball court. Then of course you do have mini golf, the Adventure Dunes. Something else I do want to point out is the rock climbing wall, which does overlook the basketball court here. Again, just another activity out on the sports deck. The sports deck is packed with activities. You could probably stay out here all day on a sea day. Now, moving past the Adventure Dunes, we do have the Flow Rider, which everybody loves to do. Tell me in the comments, have you done the Flow Rider? How did it go for you? It did not go so well for me. There's seating down here where you can watch people on the Flow Rider. You do have some deck chairs as well. And those are on both sides of the Flow Rider here. Now, in order to go on the water slides, you do have to check in, which is right here, next to the Flow Rider. This is where you can check in for the water slides, the Flow Rider, or of course ask any questions to a Royal Caribbean crew member. The water slides do come out right there. And as we're walking back around towards the basketball deck, you do have some more seating. So there are some more loungers out here. If the pool deck just isn't doing it for you, maybe you want to try up on deck 13, because there's plenty of seating around the flow rider and up here. One last thing here on deck 13, you do have bathrooms towards the elevator on this side of the basketball court. So opposite of the Perfect Storm water slide. All right, we are now on deck 12 in the aft of the ship, and back here, there are some more fun things. Of course, you do have Adventure Ocean for those kids, and the theming is really, really fun back here. You can see it wraps around, you got some fun palm trees, and this would be where you would take your kiddos if you want to enjoy a little bit of adult R&R. So check-in is right up here. And that back there is Adventure Ocean. Look at these fun things on the walls. I mean, what kid doesn't want to spend the day here? It looks like so much fun. All right, coming back out here, we're gonna turn right, and this is gonna be where you're gonna find the arcade. Which again, if you're a child at heart, or just have a child, this is another fun place for them. All right, back here, this arcade actually is surprisingly big. There's a lot of fun games. Again, this is for all those big kids at heart too. Or this is for everyone, once you've run out of your money in the casino, this is like Casino 2.0, right? This is one of the bigger arcades that I've actually seen on a Royal Caribbean ship. I'm pretty impressed with the size. Ooh, they have a Ghostbusters game. That looks fun. Lots and lots of fun games. Now, I do want to point one thing out. Things are socially distanced, so there are games that are shut down, that are unavailable currently, due to new protocols for cruising in 2021. So you are going to see some of these games will be shut down. Now you might be wondering, how do you play these games? Where do you get the credits? We actually walked right past it here. This is where you can get your credits. Of course, you can use that SeaPass card as long as it's connected to a credit card. And it looks like it's about $1 per credit here in the Adventure of the Seas arcade. All right, walking back out of the arcade, we're gonna continue to the right. And you do have Optics. Now, Optics is the teen club. Now, I don't believe that this is open currently, but I did just want to walk back here and see if we could get a sneak peek. You do have bathrooms here. So you have a men's bathroom and a ladies' bathroom. And then Optics, it looks like, is currently open 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is an area of the ship that you do have to wear a face mask. This is one of the first that I've actually seen. You can just take a quick peek inside there. Looks like physical distancing is practiced. Looks like a fun place. All right, let's head back out. All right, coming out of the teen club, we're gonna take a right and we're gonna go outside. See that beautiful ocean. And over here, you do have access to get back up onto deck 13, which is where you're gonna find, again, the flow rider and the Perfect Storm. But I did just want to sneak back here really quick because one of my favorite restaurants is on this deck, and that is, of course, Johnny Rockets. Now, Johnny Rockets is technically a restaurant that is not included in your day-to-day, but you can come here. You can get things like milkshakes, French fries, all of your Johnny Rockets favorites. And right behind the restaurant is Adventure Dunes, which we saw on deck 13. Alright, coming back out here onto 12 deck, this is where you will find the jogging track. And of course, you can jog right over to that sky bar. I know you want to. But let's take a walk over there. Alright, so on the other side of deck 12, you have your sky bar. It's currently closed, but this is a popular place at night, and we'll see this when we go down onto the other decks, but the sky bar does span multiple decks. So you have the upper deck here, and then the sky bar is also down there. This is one of the most popular places, especially during a hot, hot day, where you can get those refreshing drinks. I want to point out also on this deck, you do have lots and lots of seating, but you will notice, since it's 2021, this is socially distanced. So the chairs are broken up in pods, it looks like, of 2 and 3 right there. And you can see the seating really does go all the way around the deck. So still plenty of places to sunbathe up here on this deck. You can jump back and forth between going to the sky bar and sunbathing. And up on deck 13, there is more sunbathing up there. So just know there's more chairs, they're socially distanced just like this. And then of course, we're gonna go inside to find another amazing place, and one of my favorite places on board, the spa. Get a nice view here of the Solarium. Solarium is also one of my favorite places on board. Solarium is just really, really nice. The hot tubs are nice and big, which I think Royal Caribbean does a good job of putting in some really large-sized hot tubs. All right, let's go inside. All right, so here we are on the forward now of deck 12. I do just want to point out you do have some bathrooms on either side, as well as staterooms. So there is the men's bathroom. You got some cool art there. The women's bathroom is opposite to the men's on the other side there. But here in the middle, you have the star, the Vitality Spa and Fitness Center. Now, since it is 2021, there are new protocols in place for the restart of cruising. So things like the sauna and the steam room are currently closed. But if we go down the stairs here, we're going... So you can run while looking over the ocean. Back up on the 12th floor of the Vitality Spa, you do have the salon. So this is of course an area where you could come and get your hair done, your nails done. Hi!
Same like this.
You can book all your different appointments here on deck 12. Now back out on deck 12, you do have the jogging track that does go all the way around. So we walked on one side, we're not gonna walk on the other right now, but just know that there are a lot more chairs up there, you have a lot more sunbathing seating. But we're gonna head on down to deck 11 and check out the Solarium. We are now on deck 11. This is every adult's favorite place, the Solarium. The Solarium is the adults only section of the ship. It looks like over here, it's currently closed, but you do have the peekaboo deck. This is an area where if you go out these doors, it's kind of like just like a little side deck that you can overlook and see amazing ocean views. So we'll have to check that out at some point during the cruise. It is unfortunately a little bit of a rainy day today here in the port, but you can see we have the Solarium pool. And again, this is the adults only section. So no one in the pool right now because it is pretty rainy. But right across from the pool, you do have the Solarium bars. Now let's walk over here and take a look at these hot tubs. Hi.
What's my two brothers?
We're doing a ship tour. All right, so over here, you do have one of two hot tubs in the Solarium. So this is hot tub number 1. On the other side is hot tub number 2. As you can see, these are pretty big hot tubs. And then of course you do have quite a bit of seating out here around the Solarium. So if you want, you can come to the Solarium bar, which is on the other side of the pool. Grab your favorite drink, have a seat, and hang out with those other adult-only guests. We have the other hot tub here. Storming pretty bad up here on deck 11. As we're coming out here on deck 11, I'm just gonna point out that at the very beginning of the Solarium, that's where you're gonna find the bathrooms on either side. So the ladies is on this side, the men's is on the other side. Let's continue to walk out here. So this is the family pool section in the area. So you're gonna have some more hot tubs, you're gonna have the main pool, and then of course you're gonna also have the splash pad, which is primarily gonna be for those kiddos. All right, going inside here on deck 11, where are my foodies at? Because right away on the left, we have Giovanni's Table. Giovanni's Table is one of the specialty restaurants on board that does offer your favorite Italian food. Let's just take a look inside really quick. It's got some really nice ambiance in here. Of course, it does overlook the ocean. The theming in here, you know, there's this Renaissance theming kind of throughout the pool deck, and up here I noticed some of that on deck like 12 and 13 as well. But this is your Italian restaurant. Bon appetit. All right, let's walk back out. And we're gonna continue to go around here. Again, this is deck 11. Deck 11 has a lot. You do have your elevator banks here. You've got elevator banks on each side. And everyone's favorite, the Windjammer. Now currently, for 2021, there are some different things about the Windjammer. You do have to make reservations, and the Windjammer is actually closed for dinner. Anyone that comes in, they do ask that, of course, you wash your hands before you eat. There's, of course, hand sanitizing stations. And let's just take a quick walk around. Lots and lots of seating. Something I do want to point out that is different here for 2021, again, is that there are social distance tables all around. So you're gonna see these signs. Table reserved. That means that you cannot sit there. The table isn't actually reserved for anyone. The table has that on there so that they can socially distance and they can safely space people out in the Windjammer Cafe during all meetings, or during all of your eatings. Now again, it is only open for breakfast and lunch currently, and that is because of the new protocols in 2022, but it's just like it used to be. You know, lunch here is very similar. I would say the main difference is you do get served your food instead of serve yourself. So you are gonna have people that are going to be putting everything on your plate. They'll give you as much as you want, so you don't have to worry about, you know, the portion sizes. They'll still give you the extra side of French fries if that's what you're looking for. And then of course, all the way back here at the back of the Windjammer is the Windjammer bar. So you do have a bar in here, as do most Windjammers. So you don't have to go far if you want to enjoy a nice cocktail or a nice glass of wine with your delicious meal at the Windjammer. It's pretty cloudy outside today, but on a normal day, it looks beautiful outside of those windows. You got drink stations all the way around. And then again, you do have every other table that is currently reserved. All right, we were just coming out of the elevator because we came down to deck 8. Decks 9 and 10 are all staterooms. So not much to see except for maybe your stateroom, but let's take a look here because on deck 8 you do have the internet cafe. And so that is right here. It's technically called RC Online. I do like the theming in here. It's got somewhat of like a mid-century modern look and feel. But this is going to be where you can come to get work done. Of course, you do have a great overlook of the promenade. Coming down the stairs to deck 7, we do have the library. So we're going to be a little quiet in here. Now, all of the books on the ship are currently removed due to new protocols in 2021. In the library, you will find the loyalty desk. So this is actually where you can come if you have questions about your loyalty status. All right, we are now on deck 6, and I do just want to make sure that everyone knows deck 6, 7, and 8 are all staterooms with the few exceptions of the things that we pointed out. That's true again here for deck 6, as you do have the next cruise office here. So this is of course going to be where you're going to come once you're ready to book that next cruise. And this might just be on your floor because, like I said, the majority of the rest of this floor is just staterooms. All right, let's head on to deck number 5. All right, we are now on deck number 5. We are on the aft. So this is, of course, the top floor of the Sapphire dining room. It does look like it's closed right now. Let's see if we can take a quick sneak peek inside. The dining room is absolutely beautiful. Definitely one of our favorite places to eat on board for sure. You can take a look here.
Okay.
And of course, you have the main centerpiece of the dining room, which is the chandelier. And like we said, this does span 3 different decks. Now, something new for 2021 and the resume of cruising is the My Time dining does now have to be reserved. So if you do have My Time dining and you're eating in the dining room every night, you do go into that Royal Caribbean app and you reserve your time, and then you show up and it's super easy. We haven't had any issues getting a reservation for dinner. But that is just something to note when you're going on a cruise with Royal Caribbean in 2021. You do have restrooms on either side here of the Sapphire dining room. So it looks like down there is women's, and of course you do have men's on that side. And let's go into the Royal Promenade. Before we get inside, a couple of things to point out here. On my right, you do have guest services. So of course, if you had any questions, any issues, wanted to give feedback, that is where you would do that. And then on the left side, right across from guest services, you have the exquisite champagne bar. This is one of several bars on board. It's pretty quiet because we are at port today. We are in Cozumel, Mexico. But this place definitely gets a little more lively at night. right before we get into the Royal Promenade, there's one more little desk that you might want to see here. This is shore excursions. Shore excursions are still happening in 2021. There's been a lot of questions of if they would happen or if they wouldn't, but they are, and this is the desk that you would come to book shore excursions. Now for this sailing, just to give you a little idea, these are the hours of which the shore excursions desk are operating. Across from the shore excursions, your internet desk. If you're having internet issues, this is where you would come. It looks like they're also closed right now, but this will be open much later. And the shopping director's desk is actually right here at the entrance of the promenade as well. So the shopping director on the ship, his name is Matt. Search him out because the shops here, you're gonna wanna visit them. All right, now let's take a look at the rest of the promenade. At first, you do have a couple of stores. So the stores are closed right now, but right here, very first store as you enter in, again on the aft side, is the general store. So this is gonna be where you're gonna purchase any of your needs. So things like medication, suntan lotion. If you want to buy a bottle of alcohol to take off the ship, you can buy that in here. It is all duty free. You do have a little shopping counter here in the middle, so this is where there's going to be some jewelry, and again in the evening you're going to have some people here with just different things. They do have different sales on different nights, so you might see hats here one night, you might see t-shirts, you might see jewelry, but right across from the general store is the gifts and jewelry shop. Just take a little look inside here. Again, it is closed right now. Now, they did recently open up an Effie boutique on this ship. So they had that grand opening here the first night, but they have a lot of really, really nice pieces here in the gifts and jewelry shop. You'll also find different events. They do giveaways. You can have a lot of fun in the shops. All right, right next to that jewelry shop is Izumi. This is something that makes the Adventure of the Seas very unique. It is the only Royal Caribbean ship that has the Izumi here in the promenade. And you can kind of see some of the seating is actually even out here in the promenade, making this a very unique experience. But this is going to be your sushi and Asian style restaurant aboard the ship. Across from Izumi is going to be the Royal Caribbean shop. So this is going to be the logo and souvenir shop. This is going to be where you're going to be able to get all of your favorite Royal Caribbean things. Actually, one of the most popular things in the shop, people don't know it, if you can actually kind of see behind that metal pole, there is a bright yellow shirt. Now those are shirts that you can wear in the pool. And let me tell you, if you have a sunburn, one of those shirts are going to be super helpful. All right, walking right along here, I do want to point out that there is an entrance to the casino. So that is right here. That takes you down to deck 4 into the Casino Royale. And right next to that is, again, another shop. This is perfume and cosmetics. So this is going to be where you're going to have your cologne, your perfume, your makeup. Check that out in there, guys. It's, again, another really nice shop. And right across from that is the Duck and the Dog. This is one of the most popular bars on board because this is where live entertainment happens every single night. I want to walk in and just show you because I think they've done a really good job in terms of the theming. You know what I'd like to do? Take a look inside here. It looks like you're all of a sudden transported into an old world pub. Of course, up there is where the live entertainment happens. This has been one of the most popular hopping spots on the entire ship. And there's the bar, and I do want to point out that they do have a TV for sports in here as well. And just to give you an idea, here is their beer list. All right. Now, another really important thing that I want to point out is the freestyle machines. The freestyle machines are here in the promenade. There is an attendant that is here pretty much 24/7 because right now in this new time of cruising, they do it for you. So they will get you the soft serve drink yourself. They do not allow you to walk up and use the machine on your own. All right, coming right past those freestyle machines, you do have Ben & Jerry's. So this is everyone's favorite ice cream. This is not included, this is an additional purchase. There is the menu.
I'm going to show you later.
And then of course you do have Starbucks coffee here as well. So this is where you can get your Ben & Jerry's and your coffee. All right, let's keep walking this way.
Thank you.
Now there is another shop. The shops are kind of scattered throughout the promenade, which I think is cool. It gives it that almost like mall feeling. You know, you've got different bars and restaurants here in the promenade. This is fashion boutiques. So this is going to be a lot more clothes, again, bags. You've got some jewelry in here. I think maybe a little bit more casual jewelry in comparison to like the shop that actually sells the Effie jewelry and the diamonds. And right across from here, you do have Cafe Promenade. Cafe Promenade is where you're going to get your pizza, and that pizza on this ship is some of the best that I have had. In addition to pizza, you're going to be able to get late night snacks, so things like small sandwiches, small wraps, desserts, and you can get a view of this awesome car, which is really a lot of fun. Now they do have these on a lot of different cruise ships, specifically Royal Caribbean, but this is where you're going to find it on Deck 5 in the promenade outside Cafe Promenade. Coming to the front of the ship here, we do have elevators on both sides again. So there's elevators over here, elevators across the way. And then towards the front here, on this other side of the ship, you do have the Imperial Lounge. Now again, this is some really cool theming. Adventure has a lot of different type of theming. That was kind of when they were, I think, designing what Adventure looked like. They wanted you to feel like you're on an adventure on the ship. So this is an Asian themed lounge. There is a card room right here on the way. Are we able to take a peek inside? So this is a quiet area. So that is the card room. The Imperial Lounge is an area where a lot of different activities take place. So this is where they do karaoke. This is where they've had some late night dancing. They have had some different classes. And it is really, really nice. I do want to point out though, again, you do have socially distanced spacing here. So whereas this table and chairs might be open, the one next to it does have, again, one of those reserved signs. It says, sorry, I'm taken. Seating reserved for physical distancing. The Imperial Lounge is really big. And then there is a bar here at the back. So this bar will be open during your events, during your game shows, during different things that you might be attending in here. And again, the theming here, unique and also very, very cool. They spent a lot of time really on the theming of this space. All right, we are now on Deck 4. And again, we are towards the front of the ship. And you do have the most upper entrance to the Lyric Theater. So the Lyric Theater does have two entrances, one up and one down. This is going to be where your shows, your main shows, headliner acts, and then bigger events will be taking place. So this is just a view from the up here. Now you will notice there are seats, a lot of seats with these blue covers on them. And in the theater, these seats are spaced out for physical distancing. So you'll notice in some of the rows, they're every other, but then you have also every other row that is completely blocked off. So you can kind of just take a look and you can notice the seats that have the purple and blue top, you cannot sit in. The seats that have the green top are good to go. You can sit in those. And you can see here, all of the seats that are in blue, you cannot sit in. And again, That is reserved for physical distancing. At the very back of the Lyric Theater up here on deck 4, you do have a bar. So again, this will be open during the shows. You have a little fun seating area here if you just kind of want to hang out during the show and have your drink. But let's head back out and see the rest of deck 4. All right, now there is a little walkway on deck 4 that you can walk around. We're not going to walk out there right now because it is quite rainy, but shuffleboard is also out there. It does look like the sun's about to come out. You've got bathrooms here, right outside the Lyric on this side. Ladies, on the other side, there is men. And as we walk through the elevator bank, we do have the Schooner bar. This is the Royal Caribbean favorite. Again, there's always a piano in the Schooner bar, and this is where you're gonna find things like Name That Tune, maybe just some live music. And there's a bar here as well. This is another popular area to gather at night. I do want to point out that right before you do enter the Schooner bar, you do have Chops Grill. This is Royal Caribbean Steakhouse, and of course, a crowd favorite. Let's go inside. Oh, look at the theming of this restaurant. This is nice. Now, it's been like a year and a half since I've been in a Chops Grill restaurant, but this is nicer than I remember. I like this Chops. Some really cool lighting up there, and some really cool tables and seating. This is definitely chic. This is where I want to eat and enjoy a steak. All right, let's walk back out.
Deck 4.
All right, now past the Schooner bar over here, you do have Casino Royale, everybody's favorite late night spot. This is of course where you're gonna come to get that gaming fix. They have quite a few slot machines, table games, but what we want to focus on in here is the theming. This is possibly the coolest Royal Caribbean casino we have ever been in, with the centerpiece not being the bar, which of course is an area where people hang out and you can come and get a drink, but this amazing and unique statue. It's so unique. It feels very old school. It just feels like old school cruising. We love it. So on this side, you do have your games, like your slot machines. And then on the other side of the dancing couple, you will have your tables. Now the cashier is up there at the front of the casino. And I do want to point out, in the opposite place where you see the cashier, that is where the bathrooms are. So you're gonna see some mirrors all the way back there. There's a little entrance in between those mirrors, and that is the casino bathrooms. A lot of people got lost and got a little confused as to where they are. They're right there. All right, so we'll keep walking through. You have a lot of different games here, a lot of favorites. Lightning Link, Eureka Blast. Those are some of my personal favorites. Of course, you've got Wheel of Fortune, Dancing Drums. You're bound to have a good time in the casino. And as we're coming up towards the front of the casino, again, it is themed as Hollywood. So you have these really fun statues. No, this is not a real person, that is a statue. There's your ticket taker, that guy's gonna take your ticket. And then you have these awesome, awesome posters on both sides. I mean, it really, really is a fun theme. One other hidden gem, no pun intended, is underneath this floor. Do me a favor, when you come on an adventure of the seas, stand over this floor and tell me what you see. Because we didn't look down. And always remember to look down. All right, coming out of the casino here, we do have Boleros. So this is another area, another bar, more live music at night. Again, another Royal Caribbean favorite. The bar is right here. Love the flowers. Got that tropical feeling. And then of course, you do have more seating over there. So Bolero's kind of spans across this whole area here. And the second level of the Sapphire dining room is here on deck 4. You're gonna notice in your on your card, it's gonna tell you which deck you are on. So we are currently on deck 3. So we're gonna go down there, one more below. But that is the entrance for the Sapphire Grill. Coming down to deck number 3 here, of course, it is the main and grand entrance into the Sapphire dining room. So this is level 1 of the dining room. And then you're going to have a lot of your art displayed over here, as well as Focus, which is the photo gallery. So we'll start on this side first. So this is gonna be where you're going to go through all those awesome pictures that the crew is taking of you at dinner, or if you're getting your picture taken on formal night. You can look at all of those here. I do want to point out, normally you're going to have screens on all 4 sides for 4 people to be using them at once, but of course we're seeing these throughout all of the ship. Unavailable. Thank you for keeping your distance. And then opposite of this is going to be the the art gallery. So for you art lovers, the desk is going to be there underneath the stairs, and you're going to be able to look at the art here on deck 3. One of the last places here on deck 3, it is Studio B. Studio B is the ice skating rink. So it is now open. Today is ice skating day. So we are just going to get a quick look around at Studio B here. Of course, sanitize your hands before coming in. And as you can see, anything that is blue is a seat that you cannot sit in, and anything that is orange is a seat that you can sit in. So this is socially distanced, just like the theater. And you'll see a lot of these table reserve signs, specifically for social distancing. One thing that we did want to point out here, in the elevator lobby, you're going to see on every floor that they do ask that only 4 people are in the elevator at a time. Now normally this could be a pretty extreme scenario, but the ships are at a much lower capacity, so it's not a problem. Alright, we are now on deck 2, and we did just want to show that there is a conference center down here. So if you're on board for business and you need a meeting room, or if you're bringing on clients, this is where you would do those meetings. So that is down here on deck 2. Alright, we had made it all the way down to deck 1. And of course, this is going to be where the gangway exit is. Here. So if you did want to, get off the ship on a port day, you could do that. But then also something that's important to note is on deck 1, you are going to have the medical facility.